was also introduce another company that I'm working with called PhillyHomeowner.com. The to review and see what it is that we're providing, you can log into the website www.phillyhomeowner.com. That's all one word. PhillyHomeowner.com. And what this company is, it's a one-stop shop. We are providing eligible homeowners with the opportunity to get a custom, maybe built home or rehab home to their liking. When I say custom, you may have an individual in your household or in your family that's in the need, has the need for handicap access. So having that front and that rear ramp accessible in addition to the home that you're just purchasing would be ideal and essential. Or having something where you may not need the ramp, where you can just cruise right into the front door in the home without needing the steps, having that first floor already accessible with the handicap toiletry, bathroom, so on and so forth, with their room right there on that level. Something that's the door is accessible for maybe their chair or whatever it is that they may have the need for. If they're prone to emergencies, and access a door, it may be a double door that you may need, or you may need the ambulance service to be able to get in and get out, at a moment's notice.
Right.
With that being said, the program and the criteria for the program, you have to be, we're seeking qualified individuals who are in the market for a new home. And like I said, you can have something built from the ground up. It just has a different qualification. But for the rehabbed home to your liking, you just qualify. And what the qualifications are, we ask that you have $2,500 to place down in the form of a savings. You have to have an income that you're not struggling to live while you're paying your payments. Right. So that we ask that you're at least clearing, at the minimum, $1,500 a month. It would be nice that you're getting at least $1,600 a month after your taxes and after everything else. If you can afford, if you're bringing in that, we believe that you can afford that monthly payment, whatever taxes, bills, or whatever it's that will be accrued. If you can take care of all of that and afford to live, then we think you're a qualified customer. The other qualifications are your credit score. We're taking individuals with a credit score at the least of 620. Your credit score has to be in a parameter that can be repaired within the next 6 months. And it's always good to have something that's already right there. If you're already at the 700 point mark, if you're already paying on past bills that you already had that may have been delinquent, all that's it's helpful in the process. But with that being said, what we will do is we will have you signed up and everything while we're repairing you for that next 6 months. And say, for instance, if we already find your home, you already have something allocated that you say, look, I want to execute on that home. Can you work with me? Go ahead. Because our company, in return, will go in and buy the home for you. Our company goes and buys the home while you are getting everything else situated as far as that home loan. Right. So it may take you 6 months to be qualified for the home loan with the mortgage. But we find the mortgage company, we deal with the banks. That's going to make you qualified for this loan. So you have that 6 month time period to get situated and go ahead and execute on that loan. But our company has already went in, found the home for you. We've already used our money to go ahead and purchase the home. We've began renovations, but you already gave us that $2,500 down payment. Right. So that's just to show us that you're serious. We've already went through all the rest of your information to make sure that you qualify and that we can go further. And we'll go ahead and just get started on the home. And for instance, if we just happen to finish the home while you're still within that 6 month time frame trying to get your mortgage and everything ready, we can do a lease purchase option. So you can go ahead and go right and move into your home. So now everybody's a trust thing. We've already built the trust. You've already given us the amount of money. We've already went through the plans to make everything custom for you. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that right there in itself is the qualifications for you. You have to be serious. If you wanted to get something built from the ground up, the down payment is a serious down payment of $10,000 down. That's to let us know, because like I said, our company is going out and purchasing this land. We're already getting our materials to go ahead and build you this home. And what we prefer to do is go and do this where we're building and developing communities. So you may have some individuals who live in an area that may be getting gentrified. That's something that might be well beyond what you have control over. But if you have a total of 60 people on one street and everything's changing, you might have 6 neighbors who've been there since the 60s and the 70s. But they might say, look, I don't really want to go into a retirement home. But my 6 friends, we might want to go into an area that's getting ready to get rebuilt. Y'all getting ready to rebuild that block? Oh, my Sister Jones that's in my church just went and got one of those homes. I want to live on a block with Sister Jones. You know, you might have the church that say, look, we want, because a lot of times in cities like this, the individuals who congregate and are members of churches do not even live in the neighborhood of the church. That right there is just, you don't even live there. So I can't even expect you to go out and pick up a broom and sweep up the block. I can't expect you I can't even expect you when there's a block party to be there and engaging with the neighbors. You don't even live there. You go to church in North Philadelphia, but you live in East Germantown. You live in East Mount Airy. Or your church, you want to go to a church that's on Cheltenham Avenue, but you live in North Philadelphia. I mean, sometimes it's like conflicting with your interests. And I hate to stray, but I've heard a brother speak, and he talked about how a lot of people, their body and their system is in conflict. That's why you have a lot of people walking there all hunched over and all that, because their spirit is in conflict with their body. The things that they have that they want to do with their mind, they're thinking about doing, is in conflict with what they're doing every day in life. So that's why their body is being pulled down back to the earth. You know, your mind is, they say your body is here, but your mind is on the other side of town. You know, I don't know if that's a Sound of Philadelphia tune or not. But, you know, not to stray away from what I'm talking about, PhillyHomeowner.com, this company, I believe in the company. That's what brought me on. I know the individuals who started the company. That's what brought me on. I believe in the system. I said, wow, I don't know a company that's doing this. Not only are they going into their own pocket to do what it needs, but they're doing it for you custom. All you have to do is show them that you're interested and show them that you're qualified. You know, they'll go ahead and do this for you. I'm like, wow. And for them to trust me and bring me on, that right there is an honor.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Do they ever do, let's say you own your own home, you're an older person,
Okay.
and you need some major work done to make your house really livable.
Okay.
Have they ever done any kind of like maybe a second mortgage rehab for the person?
Okay.
Is that anything that
To
you
my
know?
knowledge, no, we have not. But it's an option. It's something to be discussed.
Yeah.
But the primary goal is brand new home. That's the primary goal. But in a situation like that, I would recommend that we say, hey, you want something brand new and custom to your liking, we can put your house on the market while you go ahead and pursue your brand new home.
Right.
You know, because a lot of times we're staying in these old homes, we're holding on to something for sentimental value.
Right.
We're holding on to a community that has it's transcended on.
Right.
You know, it has not been a community for the past 20, 25 years. The sense of community is gone. And a lot of these older people that you have spoken on, they have the voice in our community, but that voice is silenced. That voice is indoors. You know, that voice is indoors. And not to go back to the old business, but a lot of times, nobody's knocking on the door to see how Miss So-and-so is doing. Nobody's knocking on the door to see, you know what I mean? Hey, Miss So-and-so, how you doing? You know what I mean? So the sense of community is not there. When we can get individuals because we are bunched up. I see it in Philadelphia and in this North Philadelphia and areas like this. There's a sense of overcrowding. Not only are we in competition for the jobs, we may be in competition with the jobs for our children. We're in competition with the jobs with the students. We're in competition for the jobs with our peers and individuals who are just moving into the neighborhood.
Right.
You know, so we are in competition with our everyday people for the food. That goes back to the aquaponics, and that goes back to everything else that we've talked about in the past. It's a competition. In essence, it's not a righteous competition because it's survival. You know, this is a by any means necessary movement. When you look at it, it might not look like that blunt up in your face, but it is.
Okay.
But you know, again, not to stray, I would recommend that that individual with that home, supposed to considering remortgaging to stay in that home, um, let's pursue another area. Let's not so much another area. Let's pursue another home, another space.
Right.
You know, because that home in itself may be worth more than that new home that you're interested in going into. So not only are you able to put something in your pocket, you're getting a brand new home, and you just helped someone else get something that they were pursuing.
Right.
Whether it be a student or the parent of a student or a developer, sometimes we have no control over that. You know, we got to think about our goals, how it's going to suit us, how it's going to benefit us and our family, and how we can get ahead.
Okay.
You know,
Alright.
so at the end of the day, I'll recap. It's www.phillyhomeowner.com. It's the word Philly, Philly, the word homeowner, one full word, .com. You can see some of the homes that we have already rehabbed, some of the things that we are doing. There's a less than a 2-minute walkthrough of what we do, how you can get it done, and how you can get involved. Thank you again. All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace. Peace.